Hello, hello, my beloved soul sisters. I am here today with your soul moon messages for May 4th, our waxing half moon in Leo. I have meandered my way down to this sweet little creek here beside me. Right here, it's quiet. It's a little noisier back where I came from, so I just thought I would find this little sweet and quiet spot to sit and be with the water, be on the earth here, and enjoy the tweeting of the birds around me. Sometimes when I am preparing to record these messages for you, I find myself having some sort of like premonition or claircognizance, clairknowing about what might come up. And today, as I sit down, I don't feel like I even have any sort of an inkling of what's going to come through with the cards. So honestly, I think that's beautiful and exciting. I'm going to be using Rebecca Campbell's Ancient Stones Oracle deck today, and yeah, we'll see what messages come through from Spirit for my soul, for your soul. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, spring is in full on happening. The birds, seeing them mating, the wildflowers are blooming. It's warming up. It's just a delicious time to be alive. I'm on my way north today to meet with a mama who is over halfway in her pregnancy, and we're going to be exploring whether or not we want to work further with one another. She's wanting some sisterly support in her pregnancy, so we're going to be meeting in a park and chatting more about that, which is always lovely. I love being beckoned and called by women as they hold little womblings within them to walk alongside them as a birth walker in their pregnancy, and sometimes through birth and in mothering. So that's where I'm headed today, but wanted to stop along the path and find this little creek and record these moon soul messages for you. Let's see. I have not pulled the cards ahead of time, so I'm going to be drawing them here as we sit. The first card that comes through is Not Forgotten. I'm going to pull 3 cards and then speak to them here. This next one says Obstacle. And the last one, See the Beauty. So let me show you this first card. Not Forgotten, Messages from Spirit, Unbroken Connection. So for me, this has me feeling into my own feels about it, and I feel like oftentimes we have some similar things happening in our lives that if you're attracted to listening to these messages, that it probably means that we're on like a similar path. Just like women who want to work with me for mediumship or birth, I often find that we are devoted to similar things and walking a similar path. So here, this message I feel like is speaking to you to say, you are not forgotten. Like sometimes in the hustle and bustle and the bigness of life, it can feel like or when things aren't going exactly as we had planned or envisioned, sometimes it feels to me like, you know, have I been forgotten by Spirit? You know, like, what about me? Like, I see all these things happening in other people's lives, and I thought I was doing the right thing. Thought I was following my soul path, and yet I'm feeling like unsupported or forgotten. And this message, this card is here to remind us today that we are remembered, we're not forgotten, and that you're on the right path, even if it doesn't feel that way. Sometimes it's like I have found in my life in the past that things become more muddy sometimes before they become clear. So if you can see that like North Star and keep moving towards that, even if it feels like maybe there have been some missteps and that you are feeling like, you know, is this really the clear path? Is this really the right path? I feel like Spirit is saying, remember, you have this unbroken connection, that even in those dark times, even when things feel unclear, that Spirit is still with us. We're still connected to Spirit, and we're not on the wrong path. Oh yes, there are, of course, obstacles sometimes, and sometimes these are very purposeful obstacles that we can feel like, fuck, like what the hell? Like I did not, you know, like this feels like Spirit is not supporting this path when an obstacle comes in our way. And yet if we can reframe and look at obstacles as actually a redirection, and it's more towards that aligned right path that maybe we have unintentionally stepped off of, or maybe we were on the path that Spirit was showing us, and then Spirit's like, and now it's time to pivot. And those timings can feel like, what? Like, why now? And couldn't it just be easy? But the most precious things in life are often the hardest things. So this card is reminding us that sometimes we meet an obstacle. Like for me recently, it's been our living situation that now we're going to need to pivot. And actually, it's all becoming beautifully aligned and was probably exactly where we were headed without the obstacle. The obstacle just made it more clear, right? So find your flexibility and be willing to change and shift when you meet an obstacle. Just because one door is closed doesn't mean that there aren't other doors that are opening to you, and that's part of Spirit's way of guiding us. Remember to pause and see the beauty. Soak in how sacred and beautiful the world around us is. Find gratitude for where you are right now today, which is something I struggle with sometimes as well, because I want to be 10 steps ahead of where I am right now. But the thing is, we have to take each of those steps to get to that destination. And if we are just focused on the destination and not enjoying this present moment, we're missing it. We're missing the beauty of our everyday life, of the steps towards our goals. So I think that's all I feel called to say right now, that this is what these cards are speaking through me to you. And yeah, have you come across some obstacles recently that you weren't anticipating? Have you been feeling forgotten? Remember, you're not forgotten. You are remembered. It's actually impossible to lose our connection from Spirit. Sometimes it feels maybe quieter or like we're not as much in the flow with Spirit, but the connection is never, never, never lost. Remember that when you come across obstacles, try and think of them as really just redirections. Like pause and say, like, what is Spirit trying to tell me now? Or how is Spirit guiding me towards another path, a different direction, maybe a middle path? Remember to soak in and see and recognize the beauty that is everywhere. Beauty is everywhere. Can you find gratitude and beauty for all that is? The hard times and the beautiful times. I hope you all are having as beautiful of a day as I am. I'm gonna sit here in gratitude with the water, the sky, the air, the earth, and feel the warmth of the fire of the sun for a little bit longer before I move along to meet this woman carrying life within her womb. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful day. Love, 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 love always.